Hey loves, welcome back. So we're doing the Change Your Life series. And again, this is about opportunities to reflect, opportunities to really go within and get to know the self. What I like to say is you cannot be yourself if you do not know yourself. Or said differently, you must know yourself in order to be yourself. And with Pluto coming into Aquarius, we're going to see a time where we're throwing off conditioning, where we're challenging cultural norms, where we're wanting to get more into authenticity, more into, one might call it like a rebellious energy, but it's not just really being rebellious. It's actually just giving ourselves permission to be ourselves regardless of cultural norms or what other people think. And so with this series, there's an opportunity to really go within, get to know the self so that we can live from a place of authenticity and really manifest and live the type of life that we actually want to live. Because we've been given tools such as the mind, such as emotions, different tools that actually are here to help us manifest. But if we do not know their purpose, then it may be that we misuse them. And so in this series, we can take astrology and the energy of archetypes to really understand what tools have we been given, what opportunities do we have in order to create the majestic life that we really do deserve. And so the first portion of this Change Your Life series has to do with creating a cocoon, creating a basis for yourself. So when people do dark nights of the soul or energy work, healing work, sometimes they'll be like, oh, this healing is so heavy, this healing is so hard. And what I found out on my journey as a Reiki teacher is that a lot of people do not necessarily create the foundation that they need or the cocoon that they need in order to do this kind of work. So they just kind of go at it, or they just get started, but without giving themselves the type of cushioning or padding that they would actually need in order to go this path with more ease, with more self-love and self-compassion. So for the first part, I just want to encourage you to reflect. Before we begin, let's think about divine essences. So we are all the masculine as well as the feminine. And so the divine masculine gives the energy of foundation. And sociologically, they often talk about how when children go out to learn in school, they must first have a firm foundation in order to be able to learn and grow and be creative. Meaning, they need clothes on their backs, they need food, they need shelter, they need people they can trust. In other words, they need a strong foundation before they can go out and really learn and be creative. And it's the same thing with healing work. We need that energy of foundation, which is often considered to be the masculine energy. We must be able to give that to ourselves so that we can go out and live the power and the creative of the feminine energy. And so that's why we each need within us both. No matter what gender identity we choose to live, we must have this non-binary, this both essences within us. And with this first part, what we're doing is giving ourselves the opportunity to create a firm foundation so that when we go out to be creative, to heal, to do what it is that we need to do to move along in our paths, we're doing it from a basis that is actually able to support us, to stabilize us, to be there for us. So now I want to encourage you to think about and reflect, what is it that gives me energy? What is it that gives me strength? If you want, you can pause the video here and really just stop and take a minute to reflect and to think, what is it that makes me laugh? Because laughter is a powerful energy. What is it that helps me release that does not positively serve me? Sometimes it's talking to a friend who really understands us. Sometimes it's meditation. Sometimes it's kicking back and watching a hilarious movie. You know, comedy is also very healing. Laughter breaks up energy and helps you to release it. What is it that is good for me? The second thing I want you to do is think about, how can I create a routine around that? What is it that I can do for myself? For example, in the first part, if you identify for yourself that writing is good for you, that writing helps you to release, then perhaps you would choose to write morning pages. Morning pages is when you get up in the morning and you write for 20 minutes. It's an excerpt from the book, The Artist's Way. And you just write for 20 minutes nonstop. It's basically a stream of consciousness. And you give yourself an opportunity to really find out who you are, what are you thinking, what's important to you, by just allowing it to flow through you. So to create a routine around that, the question would be, can I get up every morning and just give myself 5 to 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever is really there as a resource for me, to give myself time to allow what it is that I'm feeling to flow through me. I know for me, I have a routine of meditation. I get up in the morning. I get up very early. I like to wake up around 5, 6:30 at the latest, and get up and just meditate. I enjoy meditating, and then I'll move into writing. Perhaps I'll read something that is inspirational to me. But I really like to spend time also reflecting and contemplating, asking myself, how do I feel today? What's important to me? Just taking this time to really connect to myself and connect to my emotions. Also, make sure, so the third part would be that you incorporate something that's fun, something that really helps you to break out of, any stagnant energy and move you into an energy of inspiration, an energy of laughter. Because again, movement as well as laughter are both very healing. So you may want to incorporate something that allows you to really laugh out loud, or to really tap into that energy of humor, because that can be quite healing. The fourth part would be something with fitness, something with movement. Movement is one of the greatest healers. Often when people struggle with depression, one of the things that will be suggested is that the person really move, get out there, do sports, do something that has them moving the physical body. On the spiritual path, movement has the power to really break up stagnant energy, emotions taken on from other people, old emotions that no longer positively serve us, has the ability to break it up and help us to release it. Whether we're jogging or doing qigong, something that's really just helping us to make use of the physical body. So I just want to encourage you to incorporate, again, laughter, but as well the physical movement, the sports, something that's going to help you move your body, because this is going to help you break out of thoughts that are circulating, but also out of stagnant energy. In all of these suggestions, it basically comes down to, what can I do for myself that will help me and support me and center me on this path of healing, on this path of transformation and metamorphosis? What cocoon can I create around myself? Can I create a routine where once a week I can talk to a friend who really is like a balsam, or just healing for the soul? Can I make sure that every day I'm writing and allowing the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions just flow through me? Can I make sure that I'm incorporating something that allows me to kick back and relax, whether it's watching a comedy or just even staring at the wall? I catch myself doing that sometimes. Just sitting back and just being nowhere and somewhere at the same time. What can I do for myself that really helps me to recenter? I know that writing helps me to recenter. Talking to someone who I care about helps me to recenter. Making good food, especially soup. I love making soup. Something about soup just helps me to recenter. So almost every day this week, I've made soup because that is something, honestly, cooking in general, can't say that it relaxes me, but making soup really helps me to relax, to center. And then when I eat it, I enjoy it because I know it's replenishing to me. So it could be something even random like that, but really find out, go within, what is it that helps me and gives me stability? I also like to relax in my sauna blanket. Taking a shower, using water to rinse my energy. The point of this is to really go within and reflect, what is it that really helps me? What is it that does me good? And to make sure that throughout this transformation, throughout this healing journey, one is regularly doing something for themselves that is supportive, that is loving, that has the energy not only of release, but replenishment. Because whenever you're doing healing work and you're releasing, you always want to make sure to replenish. So anytime you're cleansing, you must make sure that you're being filled up again with unconditional love and with light. And we must find out, what are those activities, whether it be imagining us being filled with love and light, which helps us to release as well as to replenish, or again, doing one of the activities that I mentioned already in the video. So just allow yourself to be encouraged, and please make sure to stop and reflect and take this first step, because it's often one that people overlook. They overlook the step of self-care. They overlook the step of self-love and self-compassion. And, you know, we've heard often the metaphor of securing your mask first before you secure the masks of others. And what happens is when you take care of yourself, you're actually able to be a better asset to the community, because when you burn out, you take away the opportunity to help more people, and then you also become a liability to those people that you've helped. So if you're not able to do it for you, then just remember that by taking care of yourself, you're actually blessing the community long term. You know, the community is only as strong as the individuals within it. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because the one person you cannot escape, the one person that you will always spend your life with, is you. So why not take care of you? Why not be your best friend? Why not be good to you? And again, when you're good to yourself, it's a blessing to all. So my loves, I'll see you in the next video when we move on to talking about our values and really getting into the nitty-gritty of who we are so that we can live that unapologetically. Let's take the opportunity with this series to really allow the majesty within us to come through. Lots of love.